Okay, Robert Eagleson here with the Calgary Hook and Hackle Club, and today we're going to do the blue-winged olive. I'm tying this in a size 14. I would tie this down as low as in size 18. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this in a size 14 just because it might be a little easier to see. So I've not smashed the barb. You can certainly do that. I'm using 70 Denier olive thread, and I'm just going to start that behind the eye and back to about a third of the shank. I'm going to clip the excess. For the tail, I'm using micro Fibetts in an olive color. You can use paintbrush. You can use moose body, or moose hawk I should say. Certainly don't have to be olive, you can use almost any color. So I'm going to clip those Fibetts off. I like them a little long, so I'm going to put them slightly longer than shank length. I will grab those, I'll do a pinch wrap. Then I'm just going to kind of elevate those as I wrap them back. And it doesn't seem to matter what fly I'm tying. I'm going to stop at a point between the point and the barb. One wrap underneath, which is kind of lift and separate those biots. Clip the excess. I usually use Superfine dubbing. This is it's treated with a floatant, and I really like this. It's got enough kinkiness to it that it comes off and dubs really well. So I'm just going to tease a little bit of this dubbing off. And I'm going to make a very thin noodle. So a thin noodle coming up. Dub a thin body. And I'm going to dub this right up to about that 2/3 point there. Now I need a wing, and I really like using this poly yarn. This is a blue dun gray. Just separate it until you get yourself a little noodle. I like my wings a little heavy, they float better, but so we're just going to prepare a small piece of the wing. I'm going to grab this from underneath. I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to slightly pull back, and I'm going to catch the front of that wing, and then I'm going to come around and I'm going to build a post. And I'm going to build that post up about an eighth of an inch. About there. I'm going to bring my thread back down and back to the front. I'm just going to trim this wing off purposely too long. Okay, now I need a hackle, and I'm using a dun saddle. You can see it. So I prepare this saddle hackle. So if you're looking at the shiny side of the feather, I'm going to take more barbs off of the leading edge as it goes around. So off the right hand side, I'm going to take more barbs off than I do the left. So I'll take that hackle feather, and I'm going to secure it near the front of the hook. Give it a couple good solid wraps. I'm going to bring that right back to the base of that post. One wrap behind the post. Then I'm going to stand it up. And I'm going to wrap that feather up that post. Back down. Make sure there's no excess here. I think I'm fine here. So a couple wraps here. Then I'm going to take more of my Superfine dubbing. I'm going to just tease off just a touch more dubbing. Need just a bit more dubbing. Alright. So I'm just going to dub. Just going to dub my thorax from behind the wing. Now when you're done, make sure this thread is in front of the post and on your side. Now we're going to take our wing and we need to wrap that around that post. So taking those barbs off of that leading edge should help orientate that feather right. So we're going to start at the top of that post and we're going to go 3, 4, 5 wraps, whatever you think, coming down to the bottom. And we're going to wrap right around the base of that. And once you get 3 good solid wraps there, you can snap that feather off and it'll stay. Alright, give yourself a little thread here. We're going to stick in the whip finisher. Oops, got a mess here. Try this again. Stick in the whip finisher, and we are going to whip finish right around the base of that bottom of the hackle, base of the wing. Okay, once you've given that 3, 4 wraps, I'm going to orientate, make sure that thread is seated good. Once you've got that, and I always slice that off as opposed to chopping. Oh. Let's see if we can focus that. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to take our wing and just shape it a bit here. So I like my wings a little taller in the front, a little shorter in the back. And I like them a little tall overall. So how about like that? I'm happy with that. Now, if you got some fibers down here, you can clip them off if they're hanging too low. I don't know how important that is. There you go. My parachute blue-winged olive floats well, and a pretty deadly fly. Thanks for watching.